Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now thank you so much for watching my last video, which was a garden project where I put up some netting on my vegetable patch, and as you saw I did break my greenhouse and I had a few calamities along the way. I really hope you were entertained by that, but today's video is all about making some homemade felt. Now the inspiration for this came from an Instagram page I stumbled across. It's a lady called Catherine Peddle, and she does all sorts of textiles work and things, and I really liked her page, so I got in touch with her and asked her how she made her own homemade felt, and she gave me a few tips here and there, and I did a little bit of research online, and so with all that combined, today we're going to try out my random curious method of making felt. This video today is a bit spontaneous. I wasn't planning to do it at all today. I was actually planning, this was actually an idea for the future, for a future video. But this morning I went up the farm and they were shearing the sheep. So I thought, what a great opportunity. So I took a bundle of the wool and I brought it straight down here. So this wool is freshly sheared this morning. I just brought it straight down and just to get straight on with and put it straight from sheep to sheared to product, and I'm really excited to do that. So let's get straight on with it and see if we can make some felt. So as I said, the wool I'm using came off the sheep this morning. So this morning I was walking around a field. Now it is sheared off, it is just fluff sat on the table, and hopefully soon it will become a lovely finished felt product we can work with. So I've sorted it into sort of colours. So the breed of sheep we've got are Texel Lins, a sort of crossbreed, and they've got this lovely white wool, which here you can see is quite yellowy as well, whereas being closer to the skin it's got a bit dirty. So I've sorted it into the brightest of the whites over here, and more yellowy, and then we've got the ochre sort of going into brown colours, and then here we've got this really rich dark brown from one of the darker sheep, so that's really exciting. But I'm gonna go straight in, I think, with the lighter material because we've got a lot more of that to work with. Anyway, so that's our materials. We've also got some bubble wrap because I read online on a lot of articles that bubble wrap is good for like rolling it out on. And I've got a tight mesh, and you'll see why in a minute. So let's just get straight on with it, enough talking, straight into it. So if I just lay out my piece of bubble wrap, so that is going to be my main surface on which I'm going to work on top of. And I'm going to begin with the lighter pieces of wool we've got, because I've got a lot more of that than I have of the other colours, and this is an experiment, so it could go completely wrong. So we're just going to start off with a little bit. I'm going to do a little square of it and see how it goes. So I'm going to take my bunch of wool, and what I'm going to do is just break it into tufts like that. I'm going to lay a few tufts just on the bubble wrap like this, with the wool going in the same direction every single time. So actually I think those are opposite. Yeah, so as you can see here, the fibres of the wool are going vertical, so I'm laying them all vertical to start with. All of the fibres go in the same way. So I'm going to do a width of 3 tufts, and I might go by 3 tufts and make a square. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to spray on a bit of my water and washing up liquid combination. Just a couple of squirts, not too much. There we go. So now I'm going to take some more tufts, and this time I'm going to lay it in the complete opposite direction to the direction I've just laid it. So I had the fibres going vertical in my last layer, so this layer the fibres need to go horizontal. So as I'm doing this, I can feel the waxy sort of lanolin on my hands from the wool. It's quite a weird feeling. So anyway, I'm going to spray this layer now with a bit of my washing up liquid and water solution, and I'm going to do one more layer going vertical now. So I just did a horizontal layer, so now I'm going to do one more vertical layer. Right, so here I've got then my 3 layers, vertical, horizontal, vertical, of my wool with my solution all the way through it in the layers, a bit like a lasagna. And the next step is to now felt it together. So the way you do this is you simply like rub the fibres in, and they sort of intertwine together and get tangled up and felt themselves together, forming bonds. So you don't want to rub straight onto the wool because that is going to make it all frizzy. It's a bit like your hair. Think of this like hair. So you've got a lather in your shampoo, but you don't just want to rub it like that because you get your frizzy hair. So you really want to massage it in, and you want to focus on getting it in between the fibres rather than just roughing up the top of it. So we're not going to put any pressure or anything straight onto the wool because that is going to make it all staticky and frizzy, as you would say with your hair. So I'm going to lay my tights mesh over the top, and this is literally just going to prevent me from frizzing it up. And I'm going to rub, starting from the inside and pushing out towards the corners. I'm just going to sort of rub in little circles, a bit like brushing your teeth if you like. Just little circles, just to sort of massage the fibres in together. And hopefully, as you see, washing up liquid should be reacting with the water and foaming up on the surface. That's really what you want to see. A lot more like felt than it did I don't know, 2 minutes ago when it was just this pile of wool. So we are getting somewhere. I don't know if we're going in the right direction, but we are going in a direction. Okay, so I'm really happy with that at the moment. So let's just see. So if I hold that up to the camera, you can see it's a lot flatter. It is looking a little bit like felt. It's sort of intertwining, it's holding its shape as I'm holding that up there. Good, it feels like felt. It does still look a bit woolly, a bit fibrous. So I'm gonna just keep going with that, pushing that in. I don't want to overwork it because it might be a bit like pastry. It might just sort of take away from the structure and crumble itself to pieces. So what I need to do is put it to one end of the bubble wrap and wrap it nice and gently like a pancake. Okay, so now I've got it like this, I'm going to put a hairband around it. Could use an elastic band, but hairband's all I've got at the moment. So that should hopefully hold it, because now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to roll it across the table. The only problem with it at the moment is it's not that flat, it is quite, so I'm just pressing it out a bit. That's not a good idea. Okay. I think that is actually looking okay as it is at the moment. So now I'm starting to form gaps in places, so I don't want to work that anymore, I don't think. And I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, because it looks really felty, it looks really good. Ta-da! So that's our piece of felt. It really wasn't that difficult actually, and we've made it pretty quickly. So that I'm going to let that dry out and see how it looks when it's dry. We could also have a go at sort of dyeing the wool. I don't know how that would turn out, but I might have a go at that as well. So I'm just going to let that dry and we'll see what happens next. As always guys, if you really love these videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Also just tick that notification bell for more videos like this, and I'll see you next time.